recent origin, whereas the peninsular India is from the oldest of the formations of the world, guys. Okay, yeah. So the northern India has not attained the stability. Okay, it has not attained the stability. Okay, that is the reason because of which it has not attained the stability and the equilibrium, guys. Isostasy, which is called. Okay, so it has not attained the equilibrium, isostasy. Okay, that is the reason because of which the North India will be always having the earthquakes, guys. The areas which have not attained the stabilities will be having the shaky structures. So they will be having the earthquakes, right? Because the land masses below the upper surfaces, guys. Okay, on the top you can see the land, right? Below the land also you are having the rocks. So the rocks will try to adjust themselves to attain the stability, because the Himalayas are said to be rising, right? So when the Himalayas are rising, right, the rocks which are present in the crustal areas under the Himalayas or within the Himalayas, they are losing their balance. So what they do, they will be trying to adjust themselves to attain the stability, right? So when they are trying to adjust themselves, that is leading to the earthquakes, guys, isostatic earthquakes, which are called as. So the northern India is still not attained its equilibrium, guys, whereas the southern India is the most stable landmass of the world, guys. The Deccan Plateau area is said to be the most stable landmass of the world, without any internal disturbances from the past several millennia, guys. Okay, after the eruption of the volcanic eruptions creating the Deccan Plateau, guys, this area has not seen any internal disturbance, right? There are only two areas in the world, the Deccan Plateau or the Deccan Plateau of the peninsular India and the Canadian Shield. These are only the two areas in the world, entire world, guys, which are the oldest formations without any internal disturbances. So any of the area which is not having any internal disturbance is called as a craton. So the South India or the peninsular India is said to be a craton, guys. Okay, so we are talking about the diversities, right? Then when it comes to the Himalayas, right, Himalayas are said to be the youngest and the loftiest fold mountains of the world. Right? The average height of Himalayas is 3050 meters. Himalayas, right? The Himalayas are said to be the youngest and loftiest mountain chains of the world, with the average height of 3050 meters, 3050 meters, right? But we are also having the oldest fold mountains of the world, that are the Aravalis. Okay, Aravalis are the oldest fold mountains of the world. They are called as the relics, guys, relics of fold mountains. Relics means leftovers of the fold mountains, relic fold mountains, right, with the average height of just 400, ranging between 400 to 600 meters, right? And the Aravalis were supposed to be much more higher than the Himalayas, but see the average heights now, they are very subtle. It's only up to 400 to 600 meters, right? And when the look at the topography of the areas, guys, topography means top picture. If you look from the top down, what is present on the down areas on the ground, that is called topography, top picture. Okay, so if you look at the topography of North India, guys, the North Indian topography is consisting of sharp peaks and deep valleys. Peaks are, mountainous peaks are sharp, and the valleys are very deep, guys. This is the Himalayan topography. So Himalayas are having sharp peaks and deep mountains. Okay, if you look at the peninsular Indian topography, that is the mountains of peninsular India, when they are been looked from top, you will be having, and this is called youthful topography, guys. This is called youthful topography. The northern Indian mountains are showing youthful topography with sharp peaks and deep and steep valleys, right? The South Indian mountains show senile topography. Senile topography. In the North Indian mountains, you are having the youthful topography. South Indian mountains, you will be having the senile topography with rounded peaks. The peaks are not very sharp, guys. They have got rounded peaks, right, and widened valleys. The valleys are wide. This is the valley. This is called senile topography and this is called youthful topography. So youthful topography is seen in the northern India and senile topography is seen in the southern India, guys. Right? The rocks of Himalayas are sedimentary rocks. Right? As I told you just now, the peninsular Indian landmass, when it tried to venture towards Eurasian landmass, right, all the sediments which are present in the Tethys Sea, they got uplifted. That is the reason because of which if you are going towards Vaishnavi Devi or if you cross from Jammu to Srinagar, if you are going in a bus, guys, you can see the mountains, right, which are being cut to lay the roads, and the mountains are full of the pebbles, guys, and sand. Okay, if this is the road going and if this is the mountain, right, the mountain will be having all the pebble studded mud. This is the mud and all the pebbles because they have been originated from the sediments of the Tethys Sea. Okay, there is a reason because of which we say that the Himalayas are fragile, because pebbles, right, if you take out one pebble, there is a chance of the other pebbles rumbling down and the entire Himalayas may come down, guys. That is the reason because of which we are not excavating the minerals from the Himalayas. Minerals are present in the Himalayan mountains, right? Himalayas are said to be the museum of minerals. Lots of minerals are there. But why we are calling it as a museum of minerals? Because we only have to see and enjoy. We cannot exploit and enjoy them, guys. Because the Himalayas are fragile. The Himalayas are made up of this, what do you say, the sedimentary rocks, guys, right? And the peninsular Indian rocks are igneous, because we know that the peninsular India is the formation of the volcanic eruption. Okay, the volcanic eruption has given us the formation of the rocks, guys, here. So automatically the rocks which are present in the peninsular India are igneous, and because the rocks present here are igneous and they have undergone lots of weathering and atmospheric phenomena, so they have got metamorphosed. So that is the reason because of the rocks present in peninsular India are igneous and metamorphic, whereas the rocks of Himalayas are said to be sedentary or sedimentary. And this was the prelims question, guys. 2 years back, this was the prelims question in our civil service examination, right? And when it comes to the temperatures and the climatic conditions, guys, right, like in the summers, the northern Himalayan portions, the Himalayas, the northern side of the Himalayas will be having the 0 to 4 degrees centigrade, guys, in the summers, right? Whereas the Jaisalmer and Barmer of Rajasthan will be recording around 50 degrees centigrade of temperature, summer, right? Himalayas 0 to 4, right? Barmer of Rajasthan 50 degrees centigrade. Okay, whereas in the winter, right, the Dras and Kargil sector receives minus 40 degrees centigrade. Siachen glacier will be having this, but the areas where the people are living, guys, the Drasil and Kargil sector will be recording an average temperature of minus 40 degrees centigrade, right? And during the same time, Thiruvananthapuram in the south will be recording plus 30 degrees centigrade. So this is the variation of temperatures which are seen in India, guys. I'll be talking a little bit of the Kargil war here, guys, because as I've come across the temperatures of Dras and Kargil sector, that is minus 40 degrees centigrade. Why there was a Kargil war? Right, like I was heading one of the panel of interview for one of the group 1 examination, right? There I have asked this question because the guy who has come for the interview, his father has been the part and parcel of Kargil war. So I asked him why the Kargil war has happened. He said because the Pakistani people have captured the posts in India. They have not captured, guys. Capturing will be done after waging the war. Okay. Simply they have simply ventured into Indian side, right, without the notice of Indian forces. Why that happened? I will be telling you now why the Kargil war has happened, right? So if you look at this area, guys, this is the Dras and Kargil sector. This is Kashmir, guys, right? And here you are having the Siachen glacier. This is Dras and Kargil. So here lots of mountains are there, guys, and the mountains are not even named, they are numbered, full of mountainous areas. Okay, so let us suppose this is the Dras and Kargil sector and this is the line of control. Try to understand, guys, and try to appreciate the diagram. For your easiness I am drawing this. So this is POK and this is India and this is the Dras and Kargil sector. Okay, so what is happening in this area? During the winter, Dras and Kargil records minus 40 degrees centigrade of temperature, guys. So the general convention among the armies of either side, convention, there is no written agreement, simply they follow that. Without any written agreement, simply they follow, right? So what they do, as the winter falls, okay, as the winter falls, that is in the month of October and November, right? So here they are having their posts, their military will be controlling these posts, right? And our military will be controlling our posts, guys. Our military will be present in these our areas. Okay, but as the winter falls, what happened? These people, the forces from these posts, they will be going to their base camps, and our people will be going to our base camps. Winter, because they cannot sustain the temperature, simply they will be dying if they are present there. So simply as the winter falls, they will be going here, and after the winter is over, again they will be going and occupying their positions. Okay, so during 99 also what happened? Our people ventured down. Okay, our people came down here into our base camps, right? But this Pakistani bloody fools, instead of going to their base camps, right, they ventured into these areas and they have occupied our base camps, our posts. And we are not knowing. We are not knowing, guys, because we thought that we are pure to our consciousness, right? So we came down and we thought that these fellows might have gone down to their base camps, right? But instead of these fellows going into their base camps, they have ventured, deceived our beliefs and ventured into these areas and they occupied the posts. And we were not knowing. Simply our army was present and enjoying in the base camps, right? The Gujars and Bakkarwals of Kashmir, guys, Gujars and Bakkarwals of Kashmir are our Indian Muslims, guys. See, there is a lot of difference between Indian Muslims, guys, and the Muslims all over the world, right? Because of this Ummah and all, now the Muslims, some Muslims of India are claiming to the part and parcel of the Muslim Ummah, but never the Indian Muslims have thought like that, guys. I'll be telling you why. So the Gujars and Bakkarwals are our Indian Muslims, guys, right? What they do, they'll be practicing transhumans, guys. They'll be practicing transhumans. What the transhumans means? In the winters, they will be having their homes along with their cattle here at the base of the mountains in their villages. Okay, so in the winter they will be present at the base of the mountains. As the winter goes off, right, so they will be going into the mountainous areas, because after the winters the snow will be melting on the mountains. When the snow melts, the grass will be growing, the water will be available. So during the summers they will be going to the mountain tops along with their cattle, right, and during the winter, as the winter falls, they will be coming down along with their cattle. That is the transhumance, guys. That was our prelims question. What is transhumance? The seasonal migration along with the cattle is called as transhumance. Okay.